I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell, and we have a very special guest in the studio today. Elyse Simpson came from Toronto, Ontario, all the way from, this is like our first international show. So thank you very much, Elyse, for coming in and joining us in the studio today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
So normally what we do is like right off of the top, just like dig right into something, kind of shake off the nerves. That's how I am when I get up on stage. I just want to go play like my loudest, fastest song. So do you want to dig into something for us right
Sure.
away? What do you want to play for us?
I don't know if it's my loudest, fastest song.
Okay, but what are you gonna play for us?
I'm going to play. This is the kind of title track, to an extent. Well, the single off my EP, Raw, that I just released in September, and it's called Scarlet Rabbit.
Okay, this is Scarlet Rabbit on Acoustic Songs Live from WNJR Studios.
Hold your fist up high, your pretty face, diamond sky, to lose yourself low. Your face skies neath your hat, now they're just alley cat strays that will leave behind guilty pleasures. Oh, it's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. Oh, it's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. Got a samurai soul and a record heart, got inches, 9 miles apart, sunken brims and raised arms, insecurities that you call charms. Now the back alleys where you go, the side streets and the dark roads, silhouettes come to take a look, cause the colors drooms and heels will fold. Oh, it's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. Oh, it's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. Moment when you got time to bouncing things from your pride. Do you remember when you never used to catch yourself? Banquet hall with anyone else, you were your own king and your own stilts, never wavering from what made others still. You see these rags with their bell ripping nails there, but no one will, because it's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. It's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. All the pilfers, princes, and planes was out to join in your game. The chateau was open, it was all the same. Didn't matter because you would remain. You called the ambassador, simple sir. You dressed in leather and never defer. And style to your grace, your opinion, and your name. Now you throw away convictions like clandestine change. Oh, it's got just another shade of red, darling, your feet, they want you dead. Oh,
Wow, that's great.
Oh, thank you.
I can't help but point out or let our listeners know that you're still in high school, right? Or you're
No, just finished.
You just finished
this
high school.
past spring.
So when you hear that voice, it's very it throws me off because it's like this big older soul coming out of this younger person. And that when I heard that when you submitted on Sonic Bids, that's the thing that like really, wow, you know, I'm gonna get in. Get you in the studio early before you're famous, you know. You brought your whole film crew here in the studio.
Yes, I did. Yes, I'm here with Chris Flynn, who's my roadie. We're on tour. As part of a documentary series we're filming called Go Tour or Go Home, which you can check out at www.gotourgohome.com. Chris Flynn is my roadie, and he also plays bass with me sometimes. Kira Montfort does live sound recording, and she plays drums and percussion sometimes. And I have my mom with me for moral support. And we newly have Zach Nash, who's our director of photography.
Wow, cool. And you have a lot of gigs lined up. You were telling me you're going to do a tour in New York and play some places there. And
a couple. National Underground on the 18th, Arlene's Grocery on the 19th, Sidewalk Cafe on the 21st, and I know I'm forgetting one because I'm really bad with dates, but they're all on my website, ElyseSimpson.com.
Okay. Is that your first trip to New York City, or?
Music-wise, yes.
Okay.
But I've been a lot for, shopping.
Shopping? Oh, okay. I guess, with the Canadian dollar, buy stuff in New York is.
Oh, and the fashion sense is so great, right?
Yeah, it used to be the other way around. When you have to buy stuff in Canada, it was cheaper. But I spent some time up around Toronto. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Of course, you have to go there, you know. And I was really, really impressed. It was like one of the places that I kind of understand how all the war resistors ended up going up there, protesters, back in the 60s and 70s, because it seemed like a really cool international type of town, you know. Great music scene. I think I went to the Hard Rock Cafe in Toronto. It's like one main big drag. I can't remember the name of the street. Anyway, so...
Oh, it's Yonge.
Huh?
My team tells me it's Yonge Street. I'm not good with streets.
Yonge Street, yes, in Toronto.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's just one big long street, and there were street musicians playing on the corners and little cafes, and it was just like one of those places that I was like really, I've lived a lot of places, and I thought, wow, I could live here. So tell me about how you know you're still in high school. How did you get started? You know, playing music. Your mom's here. She's your manager, I take it too, and
just helps around. I do all my own marketing, actually.
Wow, awesome. How did you get started in this? How did you start writing songs? When did that all happen for you?
Well, I always my mom always encouraged music from an early age. I played cello when I was much younger, for years. But I always had this really solid interest in guitar and voice. I mean, they're just such personal instruments, I find, especially with voice, because it is a part of you. And so eventually I took that up. I taught myself guitar, did singing lessons with a couple people like Anno Kane. And I think everyone writes to an extent. Everyone has that creative outlet. And I guess because of the encouragement I had and everything, I was just able to maybe let that grow a little bit more. And yeah, just kind of worked from there. And as far as kind of getting to gigs and that kind of stuff, when I was in grade 11 about 2 years ago, I was looking at music universities because all my friends were going all to music universities. I was thinking, oh, you're so lucky. Like,